This is Teehashee here with a gameplay commentary. Here we're looking at the Oathbound. Gonna do Capital World because it kind of fits for them. Selecting a custom commander. This is mine. She's Void Tech. I like Void Tech, especially with her, because as you probably know if you know anything about this game, your Air Force is your most valuable component. Oathbound lag behind in the early game for their Air Force, but later it becomes quite viable. Let's see what we've got for starting. Research station right next to Allied Civ, which is also right next to some nice territory. Let's sort my units out here really quick. Let's see how our first combat goes. Sorted my aerial and ground units apart. Probably over time our ground units will die off or we'll replace them. Not a bad start though. Archaeological Adept. Probably want to go for that every time. Go ahead and link her to Heston. And see what sort of respectable support gear we can get our hands on. There's Air Commander. And probably just snag Field Repair Droid. Okay. Inferno Launcher. Great secondary for our vehicle people. Looks like we got lots of food. We'll do energy. We'll try and get this research station. Research is pretty good for the Oathbound. Doesn't make as much sense for other civs. Try our luck with this bad boy. He lost an aspirant, whatever. Grab our Inferno Launcher. Get rid of those things. I don't like them. Military research. Grab our Echo Walkers really quick. And start cranking out scryers. 39, and we're getting close. Nice. Yeah, so like the Paladin Protector and the Aspirant are both pretty bad early units. The Paladin Protector is a weird mix of a melee unit and a support unit. The idea is that they're going to help your units advance. Doesn't ever really come together though. And then the aspirants just kind of die. Frontier facilities. So our colonies can defend themselves. Probably leave those guys there. I'm rethinking this a little bit, since this colony will probably join us eventually. Might go for the hydroponics first. But research, I don't know. Thing about research is you want it as soon as you can get it. If you're going to go for it at all. Void Echoes, good. Nice thing to have this early. 39? Okay. We'll just wait. Last game, these guys offered to join us for no cost, so we'll see if we get lucky like that again. Ego Bomb, we'll just sell that. Just to fill you guys in, I actually dropped out of the previous game in disgust. Mostly because I don't play a lot of Oathbound, and it's because I always try to lean in their like melee focus, and that's always a mistake because it turns out in a game with laser guns, running in with melee weapons, not a great idea. Sorry for you, you Jedi fans out there. The Kirko, hello. They're meeting peeps. What we got going on up here? He's scouting around. Risky battle. I think we will also keep scouting around. Isn't there a gap? There is a gap in here. So we'll go try and slap a city down in there. Looks like there's an enemy spawner in there, maybe. Keep cranking out scryers until it starts being a mistake. Probably about time to switch. Pretty good. Early powers. They're moving out. Let's trundle on up here. Some folks might not agree with me about the value of the Air Forces in this. But the fact of the matter is, we might be able to use them in combat. Well, let's see what happens here. Not much. Okay. So what we're going to try and do is we're going to try and drag this unit into combat, help us beat it. No, not going to happen this time. We should still win anyway. Yeah, no problem. X7 combat stims, pretty good. Not very much use for this unit, but whatever. She's got more powers. So this is the thing, like, these like new battlesuit units, like, what do I want to make you, an air commander? Like, are you a tank commander? You're definitely not infantry. All Oathbound infantry units are pretty bad. Do you want to get your infantry units from somewhere else? Not worth it. Just dump everything into air power. Alright. I'll just hang tight here for a second. Here's a hero. What do we got? Chick with a shotgun. Not for long. So the temptation is always turn your first non-battlesuit using commander into an infantry commander, because you have infantry units right at the beginning of the game. But that's a mistakey. Just turn everyone into an air commander. Someone's gonna think that that's a boring way to play, but I don't know what to tell you, since ground units are kind of your middle units, naval units are terrible, bordering on worthless, and air units give you map control. I don't know what else to tell you. You need that map control. Okay, so this is looking pretty nice. We'll go beat up this unit. Or try at least. Still not losing anyone. Echo Walkers. Great units, great early units, pretty solid units all around. And then immediately we start getting flying units. We're going to get around to them though, because as you can see, you start getting into lots of very solid aerial units for Oathbound's mid-game. And then we just ignore all the rest of that, because what's it even for? Walking on the ground when you can fly. Want to start working on this as soon as possible because it helps you upgrade your units. I think I'll just tag the Echo Walker in there. No, my mobility new. We'll start working back down here. We're about ready to take this colony too. Already have upgrades. Probably gonna go for colony. I'm sure a lot of people have different opinions about these boosts. I understand. All I can say is that it's the very beginning of the game. Let's get more food. It's the very beginning of the game, and you're going to be building buildings. Just like I did with that colony, I just slapped down a huge long queue of a bajillion buildings. Get through the wardens as quickly as possible. Wardens are like your weird early ranged unit. And again, it's pretty easy to fall into the trap of like, oh, I'm actually going to use these. And then you realize you made a huge mistake. Because wardens are bad. What's the problem with them, you might ask? Biggest issue is that their range is not what you would hope for. Again, melee focus for the Civ is pretty central. But on top of that, they've got like sort of a weak AoE attack that's okay, but they, for being in a battle suit, don't really offer the same like protection or frontline advance strategies that you might want from like your paladin protector. So it just, that niche never really does get well filled. All right, now we are in business. We'll go in here, but not without a full army at the very least. That's one of the frustrating things, because we're trying to clear out these bases, and you go in there with only melee units, and of course the strong defenders absolutely wipe you out, because you can't fight them to a draw and then retreat. You have to commit completely. Again, some people might like that playstyle. Very very high risk, high reward. Also very stupid, militarily speaking. There we go. Get the Watchers. Yay. Okay. This is looking pretty good. We will want aquatic deployment. You have to get it at some point, but for right now, we'll do energy. No, we'll do it. I'm sorry. Alright, that's what I'd like to go with. Probably should take this for right now. You do so many quests at the beginning of the game, you're really hamstringing yourself by not just doubling down into that, and your diplomatic allies are super strong in this game. Pretty sure this turns into a battle. We'll go for that. I need to give my unit time to heal. My Echo Walker. Pretty much the only reason why we're taking that option. Research upgrade. I know there's the learning center. Probably should throw that in there first. Yeah. Because these pair well together. We didn't check this. That's way over. There's another colony over there of some persuasion. We need to go check that out. Okay, bad guys. Don't want to start shit just yet. I'd much rather have them attack us. gonna need to start cranking out units. Let's do that. They immediately want to start training it. No. Don't give your energy away ever. You literally can't have enough of it. Like there's some factions that produce a lot of energy, but you basically can't ever get enough. Oh yeah, this is the Essence Arc. This is pretty decent. I'll just stick that on there. There we go. Oops, sorry. It doesn't help when you're kind of dumb. Alright, well, let's go look what's on the other side of this. She's got more superpowers. Shield modulator is a good pick. Last time I had these guys as a Xenoplague, mostly because Xenoplague also has a very high melee focus. And, I mean, it didn't pan out. Like I said, sort of leaning into the melee aspect. Not always the best choice with this faction. Alright, let's see where this goes. Oh, about to trespass. Did they... They took control of this. We're going anyway. Mostly because if we can get this, we want to... Alright, we've got Watchers now. This guy's just going to keep circling around here, but I gotta wait until my defenses are up.